What's up guys? James here from Reflect the Screen, and today I review Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is directed by Norwegian Roar Uthaug, who's well known for his two films, Escape and Cold Prey. So this is his US debut. What a debut, right? Because video game films are notoriously bad. We'll get to that eventually. Lara Croft is played by Alicia Vikander, and we're introduced to Lara through a fight, an MMA sparring session, where she loses due to a submission. And it's heartfelt almost the way she lost, because you can tell she wanted to win so badly, and I'll get to more of the fact that she's a very emotional character later. Lara Croft, her day job is riding around on a bike and delivering snacks across London. One day, her father's girlfriend Anna comes to Lara and says, "Hey, you gotta sign these inheritance papers. Take the Croft Manor and all of the assets. Become the rich woman you've always wanted to be." Lara has been saying no for years, but one day, something clicks. She goes to the Croft building, I guess this business that they own, and she's just about to put pen to paper when the accountant, the family accountant, pulls out this ancient toy. And this ancient toy is something that her and her father, Richard Croft, who is played by Dominic West from The Wire, they used to play with this toy for years as a child, and she solves the little puzzle toy thing, and a note pops out. Well, this note leads her to where her father's buried at their home.
That was Dad's.
Yes, Miss Croft. According to Richard's will, in the event of his death, I was to give it to you.
Karakuri. Japanese puzzle.
Technically speaking, you're meant to sign the papers first.
She goes into the basement and there's a camcorder that says "Play Me" on it. Now in this video, Richard Croft explains to Lara, "I went to this island off the coast of Japan, so and so and so, don't come looking for me. Burn all of my research though on the Queen of Death named Himiko." It's this mythological Japanese being that, you know, kills people and stuff. Richard's there to try to reconnect with his wife. Eventually, Lara realizes, wait, this is an adventure. Thus begins our journey.
I think I know where my dad went.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
When looking at video game films, there's a certain standard set by previous films like Resident Evil, Assassin's Creed, and Max Payne. None of those are held to high standards. The video game film genre is in the dumps, but it's safe to say with Tomb Raider, it does a good enough job of separating itself from the filler we're used to. You know, has a lot of issues, but it's really the best video game film to date. Alicia Vikander really does capture the new age Lara Croft very well. For fans of the video game, she really is almost a carbon copy. She looks the part when it comes to the costume design, the fighting styles, even the way she slings around her bow and arrow. It's very accurate to the source material. Now what I love most about Vikander's portrayal of Lara Croft is that there's a certain amount of emotion behind it. She's not this rough and tough fighter all the time. She's got a compassionate heart. She cares for people, and all she wants to do is just find her dad. So it's easy to relate, it's easy to be sympathetic towards her character, because Alicia Vikander really has a dynamic. She has layers, essentially, to her character, and that's something I haven't seen in a video game movie probably ever, or in a very long time. However, there's this huge drop-off from Alicia Vikander to the next actor. Take Daniel Wu, for example, who plays Lu Ren, the drunk sailor who eventually helps Lara get to this island. His character is wooden, and I think the actor himself doesn't do a good job at trying his hardest to massage the script. Now, I did give him the benefit of the doubt in some sequences, because the lines were just, it was horrible. Like, the screenplay was such a huge issue for this movie. In most instances, it was the dialogue, the way it was written, that was the downfall for this film. Even Walton Goggins, who's an amazing actor, I know him so well from Justified, and he was in Hateful Eight. He's been in so many different movies and TV shows, but he's a great actor. He's good at being sinister. He's very good at being menacing. And in this film, early on, there's a little bit of brilliance that seeps through. I was thinking to myself, oh boy, this is Walton Goggins. I'm gonna love him in this role, aren't I? But after Walton Goggins' introduction as Matthias Vogel, who's this rival treasure hunter, everything just falls flat. Everything just falls off the wayside. His character reverts to generic bad guy number one. Goggins is truly put into a corner for most of this film, and it's really a shame. Now, Tomb Raider really does have its fair share of hammy moments and heavy-handed dialogue, boy, the flashback scenes. We get it. You have a bond that's inseparable with your daughter. We understand she loves you very much. We understand that you love her very much. Why do we need to be reminded of it in every single flashback? But there are good action sequences. I mean, I was telling myself, and I even wrote down in my notes, this is a video game film that does the best job that I've seen on screen of translating what I've played on, you know, PlayStation and Xbox, and taking it to the big screen. Now, once the film reaches its conclusion, unfortunately, it's another anticlimactic, basic, generic mess. I mean, it rushes to the finish line, and I don't think it needed to sprint to the finish line. It would have done just fine if it would have let us stay in the tomb. You know, let us see Laura raid tombs. There was definitely a Raiders of the Lost Ark vibe, especially in that last act. It just did not resonate well. The ending just felt there. It was just everything you expect from a regular, typical video game movie. So would I rush to the theater to see this? No. But is it worth a cheap Tuesday or maybe a matinee showing? Yeah, it probably is. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe for more content, and if you want to see some of my written pieces, you can go to reflectthescreen.com. I'm James Perfetto, and I'll catch you at the next screening.